Hello, Ray Phoenix here, and welcome to Let's Play Mega Man X Part 5. So last time we went to Chill Penguin Stage and got that remaining heart tank that was still left in his level that we couldn't get the first time around. So now we're going back to Boomer Gwanger Stage to get that last heart tank, which is quite possibly the last heart tank in the game. We pretty much got all the heart tanks up to this point. Most of them can be collected the first time around. We also couldn't get the one in this level because we needed Boomer Gwanger's weapon to get it, which is obviously something we couldn't have had the first time around because this is Boomer Gwanger's level. But now that we have it, we could easily go ahead and collect it. This wasn't much of a challenge before. With Mega Man X's default armor's default outer shell casing, it reduced damage by 93% as said in the intro of the game. Now, when we have this upgraded armor, it now reduces it by 50% now damage, so Mega Man X is pretty much invincible towards most of these enemies now. Well, not exactly invincible, you can still take damage, but it was so little before, and now it's even less now, so this isn't really much of a challenge at all for Mega Man X. You can just plow for this easy like it's nothing. Any enemy that'll come in his way is just going to get obliterated in a matter of seconds. They're almost useless. They might as well just stand back and just, admit defeat. But they're robots. They're programmed to not admit defeat. They're programmed to keep fighting and doing what they do until they're destroyed, which is exactly what we're kind of told to do too. I think Mega Man X is to some extent programmed to be what he's supposed to be. He's a hero pretty much. He's a robot superhero pretty much, just like classic Mega Man. He shares that same sense of justice, that same sense of things. Some people speculate that what if Mega Man X secretly was the classic Mega Man all along, and maybe the classic Mega Man somehow died and was reincarnated into Mega Man X or something like that, implying that Mega Man X is the reincarnation of classic Mega Man. That could be the case, but there are a lot of differences between them. I mean, robots obviously don't age. Classic Mega Man was intended to be like a kid, like a robot kid, but Mega Man X is definitely more of a robot man. He's like an adult man. He looks a lot more mature and a lot more serious, which perfectly fits what Mega Man X is. Mega Man X is not as lighthearted and happy-go-lucky like the classic series was. Mega Man X is a lot darker. I mean, these SNES games are somewhat dark, considering the fact that we're dealing with extinction of humanity and stuff like that, and the whole, the human race can get obliterated. And then once we get to the PS1 games, those are going to get even darker. We're going to get to even pretty dark stuff. This is some pretty dark stuff for a game. Especially for something like Mega Man, which I'm not even sure if this game was really intended for kids, and I don't think this game was really intended for kids. I think this always was like an adult game, at least that's what I always thought it was. It's Capcom. I just imagine it would fit in with what Capcom is supposed to be. Capcom's a very mature company, makes very mature games, and I just got the last heart tank there, so now we could go and leave this level. There's still one more thing I think we need to collect. It's a sub-tank, which I believe is in Spark Mandrill stage, so we could go over to Spark Mandrill stage and get that last sub-tank. And then after that, we'll have all 4 sub-tanks. And then once I get all 4 sub-tanks, before I go to the Sigma stages, I would like to do some grinding for a bit. Yeah, I'm gonna go to Chill Penguin stage and do some grinding. Grinding is something I do a lot of in these Mega Man X games so you can make sure you have plenty of health to get through Sigma's. You never want to underestimate Sigma stages, so you never know when hazards are going to come up. Or some of the boss, especially the first boss, are going to be taking our one. The first boss is going to be very unpredictable. So let's go and throw our rolling cutter around. I know it's not what it's officially called, but that's what it might as well be, since that's what it looks like. It looks a lot like Cutman's weapon, the Cutman's rolling cutter. So now we got all the sub-tanks in the game, so now it's time for us to do some grinding. Heading off to Chill Penguin stage to do some grinding. I hope you like Chill Penguin stage, because we're going to be seeing this a lot. At least I'm going to be seeing it. I'm probably going to edit out most of this. And Chill Penguin stage, the music in this level reminds me a little bit of the music to, what was it? Oh yeah, it reminds me of the music to that forest level, the hide-and-seek forest from Escape 3. Vaguely, it's like a vague resemblance, but I think the people that did the music, or the guy who did the music to Escape 3 may have played this game, and he may have got some of his musical ideas from this game. I don't know if that's true or not, if that's the case, but I mean, Mega Man X has been, or the Mega Man franchise in general, has been known to steal music from other things. Kind of like how in the original Mega Man, classic Mega Man, Elecman's theme was stolen from that song Journey by, what's that song by Journey? It was called Faithfully, I think, by Journey. And it also sounds a little bit like that song the girls in Despicable Me dance to at the end, that ballet song. It sounds a little bit like that, like vaguely. So that's showing off what I was doing for grinding there. Just going back and forth grinding until I get 4 full sub-tanks. I think my sub-tanks are complete now, so now I could try Sigma stage now. Let's split up. I'll go in first, and then you can slip in while I'll keep the main defense force busy. So yeah, Zero's gonna go ahead, and even though Zero somehow ran away and ran past all these enemies, leaving us to have to deal with them, yeah, that's Zero for us. He likes leaving all the enemies behind, so we have to destroy them. Maybe Zero's involved, or maybe Zero's made out of some bizarre material that can somehow phase through walls or morph through walls. Zero's character is a whole mystery at this point. We don't really know much about Zero in this game. All we know is that he's a friend of Mega Man X, and he's supposedly superior. People came up with all kinds of bizarre theories of Zero. Some people think he may have been like an upgraded version of Roll, because I actually thought Zero was female when I first played this game. I thought Zero was a girl. He has a feminine body structure, so I kind of guessed he was a girl, but nah, he's actually a male. But again, robots technically don't really have genders, so I don't think they're even capable of reproducing, so why does that even matter? So I'm doing some more Donkey Kong stuff here. We have to hang out on these platforms that keep moving left and right, and there's enemies coming after us. This is so Donkey Kong. It's like very advanced Donkey Kong. Imagine the people that made Donkey Kong knew about Mega Man X. They probably would have put some sort of level like this, or they had made a whole entire arcade game based on this one whole premise of what we're doing right here. Just riding on the flying platforms. And then there's turrets that's around that we could easily destroy, which is what I'm doing right now. So somehow Zero was able to run past all this. I wonder how Zero did all that. And some people even speculate that he may have been like maybe he's like Proto Man X or something, like kind of like a word Mega Man X. Maybe Zero's Proto Man X, but no, none of those are true. Just keep watching this series. I'm going to provide coverage of this entire series, and eventually we're going to learn the truth about Zero. Zero is quite possibly the most interesting part of this game. And oh look, it's Purple Boba Fett again. Stay back, X. I'll take him out. Zero's gonna go and fight Purple Boba Fett. And all we're supposed to do is just stand on the sidelines and just pretty much let it happen, pretty much. The game's gonna lock my controls in place. Yep, my controls are locked in place. Ooh, we just heard some action going on. Shoot, shoot, shoot. I'm like leaving it up to the imagination, knowing that some brutal fight probably just took place. And only one person can come out alive, but who will it be? Oh look, Zero got captured. X, do what I tell you, it's history. Don't listen to him, X, go ahead and blast him. Alright, let's go blast Purple Boba Fett again. Dream on, Zero, but X can't defeat me. My armor carrier is more than a match for his ancient weapons. So let's go and fight this stupid Purple Boba Fett again. This time we have more upgrades, we have better, well, our firepower is actually the same. But we have more health this time around, and our armor is much better this time around, so surely we could go and crush Boba Fett, right? Purple Boba Fett. Let's go and crush him too. And just keep blasting a bunch of times, and eventually he's gonna give. Come on, you can't keep this up forever. You have to give up at some point, right? Or maybe he doesn't give up, because, computers never get bored of things. They just carry out their subroutines for as long as they're programmed to. That's probably what Purple Boba Fett here is doing, too. He's just gonna keep continuing what he's doing until, he succeeds at what we're doing. We're not gonna let that happen, and oh look, we just got captured. Again, the same thing, the exact same thing that happened in the intro stage. It's happening again right now. We've just been captured by Purple Boba Fett. But oh look, Zero's gonna break out of his entrapment and do something. Maybe, but I'm not through yet. Ooh, Zero's about to launch a blast at him, I think. Ooh, look at that, Zero's blasted him. He's blasting down his armor. Zero just looks like Zero destroyed Purple Boba Fett's armor. What a hero, what a champ, what a worthless Chester. I can't be defeated so easily. So X, it's just you and me now. I'm not scared of Purple Boba Fett. I wish Bex had a lightsaber in this game so he could cut his head off. What the? Where did that energy come from? But it really doesn't matter how much energy you absorb, X. You are still far from too weak, prepared to be terminated. I'm not ready to be terminated. That's you that's ready to be terminated, because you're gonna get me. Because you're gonna eat a pound of heat-seeking missiles. I hope you like heat-seeking missiles of a side of, I don't know, what's a good thing to put on the side of buster shots maybe? But no, he's just getting a bunch of heat-seeking missiles blown into him, and they keep following and following. This is an awesome weapon too, because it keeps following the target for as long until they actually make contact. You just keep flying away. That's actually an awesome weapon. And there, Purple Boba Fett is no more. We just destroyed Purple Boba Fett. He's gonna blow up, or probably take his remains and, I don't know, maybe make use of it, maybe build toys for the charity, maybe, or sell them and give it money to the orphanage, I don't know. You are more powerful than you were before, but Sigma is much more than he appears to be. You're going to need an edge. Take my arm cannon and your attack power should increase. Good luck, X. So Zero sacrificed his life so Vile can be defeated. Yeah, that's his actual name, Vile. I was like calling him Purple Boba Fett a lot of the time. Well, he's dead now. Well, he's dead now, so Zero is dead, unfortunately, too. What a shame, Zero. What a hero. We need to honor him somehow. Look what he gave us. He gave us a cool new X-Buster. Oh, yeah, look at this X-Buster. This upgraded X-Buster, which sends out like an extra charge shot that's kind of like spirals. Almost looks like a DNA strand, almost. Even fires out. It even has some backfire a little bit, too. There's another cool thing to do. Now we have this weapon. We could charge our other weapons. And now look at that, here's Sting Chameleon's weapon when it's charged up. Look at that, we just become like a bunch of multicolors and allows us to run past enemies without taking damage. It's actually very useful in these parts. The Sting Chameleon's weapon is actually one of the better weapons of this game for this very reason. And we're probably going to have to use the heat-seeking missiles again over what's coming up now. Remember back in Mega Man 1 when the boss Gauntlet was done in a way where it just sent robot masters after us? In its own order, like we don't choose the order, just play for the level, and every now and then we see a robot master. Well, this game is doing that. It's doing that same thing too. So here's Boomer Kuwanger again. We're fighting against Boomer Kuwanger in this Mega Man 1 style boss gauntlet, and we're just killing him off easy using the heat-seeking missiles. Look at that. Perfect time. Perfect. We just ran out of heat-seeking missiles, but Boomer Kuwanger is dead again. He didn't stand a chance against us the first time, so he didn't stand a chance. Well, I guess he kind of did this time around, because we used up most of our heat-seeking missiles against Purple Boba Fett. We used them all, pretty much all against Purple Boba Fett, so now we didn't have as much left, so we could have run out more, and that could have given Boomer Kuwanger a chance. But nah, Purple Boba Fett failed to kill us, so Boomer Kuwanger failed to kill us too. There's even more enemies this time around. They're really spamming enemies at us this time around. And now we're going to take on the boss for this level. This boss is probably the most obnoxious boss in this entire game, the most obnoxious Sigma boss ever. It also looks like something out of Donkey Kong Jr. or something that way. I keep making references to Donkey Kong and Donkey Kong Jr. It's going to send the spider down. I think its weakness is shotgun ice, so we just give him a shot of shotgun ice. It's going to take away a significant amount of his health. Look at that, we already have maybe a tenth or a little more than a tenth of his health destroyed, but he's going to get smarter. This thing actually is pretty smart. It looks like a spider, it just randomly goes in the vines, but he's actually smart. He locks in on you, and he's really good at cutting the vines or skipping the lines and things like that, just so he can get to us, because that's what he's meant to do. He obviously has like a tracking device built inside him that could, track where we are, track what we're doing, and then we could go and find us and rip us apart like it'd be a spider. I see spiders all the time where I am, and you know what I do when I see them? I just crush them with my thumb. I'm not scared of spiders. Spiders where I am are supposedly toxic or very supposedly very toxic. That's why that episode of Peppa Pig that dealt with spiders was banned in Australia, because Australia has some of the most dangerous spiders in the world, but I'm not scared of them. I crush those things like they're nothing with my thumb. I do the same thing to cockroaches and bed bugs and stuff that I see them around. I just squash them like it's nothing. That's how Jackie Chan's uncle sprays for bugs. He just squashes them with his feet. We're running low on shotgun ice, and we don't have enough shotgun ice left to take care of this thing. So again, and now his attack is going faster and more unpredictable, so all these bosses can get unpredictable sometimes, especially this one. This is probably the most unpredictable boss in the entire game. He's actually the hardest boss in the game, I think. He's even harder than the final boss. The final boss isn't really that challenging if you know how his algorithms work. But obviously people in 1993 that were playing this didn't have internet, so they had no idea what those... I'm not even sure people in 1993 knew what algorithms were. They were supposedly invented by ancient Egyptians. Everyone knows they were really invented by Al Gore all this time. His health is almost gone, but so is mine. Thankfully, I have the sub-tanks to help me out with this. I'm just gonna let this freak just go through, this freak of nature, this guy with 8 arms. Guy with 8 arms! Sounds hot. Dresses like a spider and looks like a bug, or looks like a man or something like that, but we could all use, I don't care, a spider's not a hero. He's the opposite of that. I'm pretty sure Spider-Man probably dealt with something like that at one point in time. There's like 10 trillion Spider-Man comics that exist in total. There's gotta be one of them somewhere where Spider-Man had to deal with some sort of evil robot spider like that. There's gotta have been something like that. Just about everything you could think of that could have possibly happened to Spider-Man must have happened by now. And yet, somehow will still pour out more Spider-Man content after 6 decades. What a champ. I hope all my writing works end up becoming like that someday. And so now we just destroyed the boss, and that's the end of the first Sigma stage. This is Ray Phoenix signing out.